What's up, Disney fans? I'm Jeff the Regular, and we are here at Port Orleans French Quarter, found only at the Walt Disney World Resort. Labeled as a moderate resort themed to New Orleans' iconic French Quarter style, this hotel features cobblestone streets, gas lamps, and Mardi Gras-inspired decorations, along with a unique Mardi Gras pool and a food court known for fresh beignets. So let me help guide you on your big decision with a small tour and a quick food review to help you know if you would like to stay here for your next vacation. Laissez le bon temps rouler, or let the good times roll. Most of us will arrive by Uber or Mears Connect from MCO International Airport, but I was in the area, so today I decided to arrive via Disney Bus from Disney Springs. This brings us to the entrance of Port Orleans French Quarter. Although I do wish this outer entrance was more grand, I do appreciate the immediate New Orleans feel as soon as you get your first glance at the architecture. Rideshare and Disney's minivans pick up and drop off right out front, making accessibility very comfortable and close to the lobby entrance, along with cast members helping guide you as your stay begins or ends. The lobby might be one of my favorite Disney resort lobbies as far as the moderate resorts go, with giant windows for natural sunlight and found face to face with a beautiful fountain as the centerpiece of it all. Once you gaze further, you find Mardi Gras theming with two gestures up above showing you the festivities have begun. Look to your right, and we have registration. This is where you check in and out of your room or have any other questions about your stay while at the resort, even questions involving the theme parks. Plenty of seating is in the registration area, and it even has a small TV to keep the little ones close but entertained while you wait if the line is longer than usual. Next to registration, you will find the entrance to the gift shop, Jackson Square. This gift shop isn't the biggest I have seen in a Disney resort, but don't let the gesture fool you, because they still have everything a Disney fan needs for a long day of fun in the parks or maybe even a resort day, catching up on relaxation and time at the pool. Either way, with this beautifully themed gift shop full of Mardi Gras fun and nods to New Orleans, it almost has everything. Tiana's Princess and the Frog themed souvenirs, classic Disney attire, refreshments, snacks, medication, and more, along with an outside exterior entrance for guest convenience. Gamers young and old, this is for you, with a gaming arcade found next door to the gift shop. From the interior entrance, this arcade seems small, but there is an additional 2 rooms for more games to be played to the right. Games like Pac-Man, Guitar Hero, Air Hockey, numerous racing games, and your usual carnival-like games to play on rainy days or while older kids wait for the parents to get checked in or out of the room. As we return back to the lobby, we will see what to find on the left side as we enter. This is where you will find Scat Cat's Club Cafe and additional seating to enjoy refreshments and beignets. These beignets are hard to come by at Disney and are only found in 2 or 3 locations property-wide, so we're pretty blessed to find them here at Scat Cat's. This cozy cafe does have seating but fills up quick with majority of the space utilized for a line queue to form, and trust me, it does around lunch. JefftheRegular Floatworks and Food Factory. This is French Quarter's quick service cafeteria with multiple menu items for everyone to find something they enjoy. Later in this video, I review 2 items, so make sure to stick around to see my opinions on JefftheRegular Floatworks and Food Factory, while also mentioning that they have an exterior entrance for your convenience found to the left as you exit the lobby into the courtyard. Which, speaking of, the courtyard, or maybe a 3-wall atrium? Either way, you will find a giant head of a jester showcasing more love to Mardi Gras. This area is even better in person, and a few times I have been here at night, it's even better with those accented lights. At the end of the courtyard, we can find a directory. It's a pretty simple layout and actually the smallest moderate resort, so overall it's very easy to navigate. Are you planning on resort days during your Disney vacation? If so, keep an eye out for events going on at French Quarter. The day we visited, they had tie-dye shirt making, various other events like artist classes such as painting on the bayou and mosaic class. Every day they have a playground for the kiddos, giant chess and giant checkers, and also Blabloon Lagoon pool with plenty of chairs to relax poolside at Mardi Gras Bar, or enjoy swimming with a 51-foot serpent water slide to cool off from the Florida sun. Also by the pool, you will find the laundry amenities for anyone who needs to rewash a shirt for a park revisit or overall underpacked. The entrance will be found next to Building 5 facing poolside. Speaking of the numbered buildings again, I also want to shout out to the visibility Disney created with these huge building number signs, making it so convenient from a distance finding your room and not getting turned around too easily. Buildings 4, 5, and 6 will be closer to the French Quarter's counterpart, Port Orleans Riverside Resort, while buildings 1, 2, and 3 will be found closer to the Sassagoula riverboats. The My Disney Experience app is a huge help with your location on when walking around and truly finding where you need to go in a timely manner. Just one more time, I appreciate the size of the building numbers, adding huge help to the Disney guest. Now that we know where the buildings are, these next two activities can be found between buildings 4, 5, and 6. In this grassy courtyard, you will find on select nights an activity known as Movies Under the Stars, my favorite activity to see as a Disney resort guest. The movie that was going to play that night we were there was Lilo & Stitch at 8:30 p.m. The other activity is Cajun Campfire at the fire pit next to the courtyard for nightly marshmallow roast for a sweet treat. It's such a simple yet amazing concept to have that extra fun and low maintenance memory making as a family during your vacation. You gotta love it. Although there is minimal seating, 4 benches to be exact around the campfire, I'm not sure if Disney does supply chairs during these event hours, so that might be one thing to test the registration desk on while you check in for your stay. I can't get enough of these French Quarter streets. The only Disney Resort hotel that has curbs within its property. Yes, you heard correctly. Other than the obvious curbs out front by valet and the bus stops, this resort actually has curbs, just adding more theming and Disney magic to immerse its guests as much as possible. Creating that sidewalk to road feel, they did think of everything and have multiple wheelchair or ECV accessible ramps per building, helping guests not have to take the long way if in a chair or motorized scooter. Now that we have all been looking down, it's time to look up at the scattered street signs with clever or historically accurate names around French Quarter. Such a simple nod, just adding to the beauty of New Orleans architecture. Now let's find ourselves at Building 3 in a random standard room. I looked at prices 6 months out from the making of this video, and it averaged around $300 to $400 a night. A little steep in my opinion, but it does come with a lot of perks as a resort. This room has 2 queen beds, a couch, a small table, a microwave, and a mini fridge, while the bathroom has 2 sinks, 1 shower, and 1 toilet, easily accommodating a family of 4. The sights and sounds is nothing to ignore, and if you love to walk, you can find yourself at Port Orleans Riverside within a matter of minutes with the walking trail. Or, if you want to get off your feet, the Sassagoula riverboats can take you to either Riverside or Disney's huge live open-air entertainment complex featuring over 150 venues for shopping, dining, and entertainment known as Disney Springs. These boats can take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to stop at French Quarter, and the full excursion to Disney Springs is roughly 20 minutes in total, so keep that in mind if you book any reservations. The transportation to the parks from French Quarter is reliant on buses. These 2 bus stops to the left, leaving the lobby entrance, takes you to all 4 dry parks and 2 water parks, and Disney Springs as well. Bus stop A being the most popular of the 2 for sure, and keeping an eye out because sometimes Animal Kingdom does like to switch it up between bus stop A and bus stop B. ETA is available on monitors within the bus stops, and 7 out of 10 times they arrive earlier than what is estimated. I love the Disney bus transportation system, honestly. Okay, now time for the food review.
We are here at Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory. It's time to look through the menu real quick. They have a lot to offer. A lot. So let's go ahead and go to the lunch and dinner. They have salmon, smothered beef and gravy, mojo roasted chicken, or mojo roasted chicken, fish and chips, Mediterranean meat bowl, jambalaya, gumbo. I think I'm gonna have to get the gumbo. We got beef and fried shrimp burger, bacon cheeseburger, blah, 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 blah. And then sandwiches, shrimp po' boy, beef po' boy, honey barbecued pork sandwich, Italian sub sandwich. I'm at a Port Orleans themed, French Quarter themed resort. I think I'm gonna have to go with the shrimp po' boy and the gumbo. We'll keep looking a little bit because they also do have pizza and pasta. And then it's also really nice too because they do have a lot of allergy friendly, I mean the list goes on and on and on. Egg allergy, gluten, wheat allergy, I mean fish and shellfish, milk allergy, peanut and tree nut allergy friendly. So pretty good work for Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, I came back with the food. We got the gumbo here on the left and the shrimp po' boy on the right. When I was looking at the menu just a little bit last night, I was a little worried that it wasn't going to come with fries with the shrimp po' boy, but it looks like it does, because that was one of the questions I was going to ask, because it was like an additional $4.49 for a side of fries. Didn't want to pay that. Also got a drink. These do not come with drinks, so I got a Coke on the side as well. That was like an additional $4, but how am I going to eat all of this, or how are we going to eat all of this without a drink? So that was definitely a necessity. The total cost, if anybody is curious as well, came out to $32.24. The gumbo was like $10.99. The shrimp po' boy was $14.99, $14.49, $14.99, something like that. Don't exactly remember. You can probably go back on this video and look with the screen recording I took from my phone on the Disney Experience app. And then the Coke ran up like $4 or $5. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and then I will give you a review on what we think on food quality here. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, review time. Don't start laughing. I can see you smiling in the distance. All right, food review time. Gumbo and the shrimp po' boy. Really good overall. I wouldn't say that if you were here out of town and you weren't staying at Port Orleans French Quarter, I wouldn't say to leave the parks and come experience the meal that I just had by any means. If you were staying at French Quarter, Yeah, sure. If you wanted to come back, rest up, take a nap, maybe get lunch here before heading back to the parks, absolutely. Gumbo and the shrimp po' boy both together, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Gumbo by itself, I've had better gumbo, I've had worse gumbo. I feel like it's safe to say 5 out of 10, 50-50, right? Shrimp po' boy, I've had better shrimp po' boy, but it also was up there with the better shrimp po' boy. So I feel like it'd be safe to say 7 out of 10. So overall, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and rate the food quality here at the Sasagula Floatworks Food Factory. I almost forgot the name. I think it's safe to say 6 out of 10. I mean, it's a place that if you skip out on it on your next vacation, so be it. If you want to stop by and eat here on your next vacation, hey, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say, hey, try it, see what you think, let me know. Overall, 6 out of 10 experience for food quality at Sasagula. Also, before let's go ahead and talk about spice factor. I don't like spicy food. Spicy food and I don't get along very well. There's a small spice. The gumbo I thought was actually going to be a lot more spicy than what it actually was. So if you're a little bit scared about the spiciness of the gumbo, not bad at all. I was actually able to eat it very easily. The po' boy, the sauce that they used, which I don't know what the name of that sauce is off the top of my head, that was spicier than the gumbo, but it was still very easy to get down. Didn't have to chug my Coca-Cola halfway through the sandwich. Wasn't, it wasn't bad spice-wise. So if you are worried about that Cajun spice, not bad at all. Not bad.
Okay, that was my first ever food review, so take it easy on me, as I have much more to learn on how to explain food, but hopefully I did a much better job explaining what Port Orleans French Quarter has to offer during a Disney vacation. This is a beautifully quiet resort, and I recommend it to anyone if it's within their budget. I'm Jeff the Regular, and I'll be seeing you again real soon.